How you doing this lovely evening? Welcome to a safe space with Dr. Lillie. We are covering Nolan Wells, trauma, grief, and loss. Today was his funeral. It was from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're going to listen to some audio from his mother and father. We will even see some visuals from the funeral as well. And we will listen to some things that Al Sharpton has to say. We're gonna also listen to a couple people that was at the funeral and how they felt about what the colonizers had to say. The man who found Nolan Wells' body, we're gonna listen to him. I don't know if he was helpful. I don't think he was helpful in helping Nolan Wells, but we're gonna hear from him as well. More about the autopsies. And we're going to listen to someone speak about grief, give her input on grief, because Nolan Wells' family is grieving. The Black community is grieving as well. There's a lot that could be said when it comes to trauma, grief, and loss. But I'm going to let you also put in the chat your input of what you think about trauma, grief, and loss pertaining to Nolan Wells. So, as I stated, his funeral was today, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. I want to see justice for Nolan Wells. And you're going to hear his mother and father speak on it because they deserve justice. They deserve transparency. The state of Mississippi has not given Nolan Wells' family transparency. As you all come in, please hit that like button for me. Please like, subscribe, and comment to my channel. I need more subscribers, so subscribe to my channel. Help my channel grow. So right now, we're going to listen to Nolan Wells' father speak at the funeral, okay? Let's take a listen.
To me, that sounds like me and my wife did an excellent job at raising a fine young man. Yes. Nolan was loved by many, both young and old. He helped a lot of people.
Hi, Zane.
No matter if you were regular or handicapped, people still love Nolan.
Nolan Wells' father speaking.
Special needs. He would help special needs kids all the time. Basketball, teach them how to play basketball. I mentioned in my speech about getting phone calls and emails.
Good morning to you.
There was a father who asked Nolan to help his special needs son train for basketball, and Nolan did it willingly. And that made that kid's day. And he seen me out one day, and he couldn't stop thanking me and praising me enough for the son that I raised and how much they meant to his son. So, as far as I'm concerned, we did a great job.
That was Nolan Wells' father speaking. Now we're going to listen to his mother speak at the funeral, okay?
Today was Nolan Wells' funeral, and you may not have known that because much of the
This is Dawn Lemon. Nolan Wells' mom going to speak next.
Enough. Some of them, but not nearly enough. And that's why we have been on it, covering it. That's why we streamed today's funeral. And that's why I want you to hear something Nolan's mother, Christine, said during her eulogy.
Lastly, I ask that each of you keep Nolan's memory alive. Hold him close in your hearts. Share his stories and never stop saying his name. As long as we continue to remember him, his light will continue to shine through us all. Nolan, we love you. We'll continue to fight for you.
A young man has died. His family still has questions. The public still has quite a few questions as well. Journalism doesn't end when the cameras leave. It doesn't end after the funeral. It ends when the facts are known and the questions are answered.
True.
That's why we're going to keep reporting on this. Our job isn't to tell you what to think. It's to keep asking questions.
Our job is to keep asking questions. We continue to ask Mississippi questions. We're not getting answers. So Ben Crump and Nolan Wells' mother and father will go in front of the grand jury. But the problem is the grand jury more than likely will be all Caucasian. That is not healthy for the Nolan Wells family. One moment, please. More on the funeral.
It's to keep.
He often told us that one day he wanted to have 3 daughters.
Nolan Wells' mother.
Sophia, Charlotte, and Olivia.
Hi,
He
Sam.
had a deep love for the Lord and an unwavering faith that was evident in the way he lived his life. Lastly, I ask that each of you keep Nolan's memory alive. Hold him close in your hearts. Share his stories and never stop saying his name. As long as we
Thank you,
continue to
Sam.
remember
Thank you
him,
so much.
his light will continue to shine through us all. Nolan, we love you. We'll continue to fight for you. And until we meet again.
This is Nolan Wales' mother
I
speaking
thank
at the
you all for
funeral.
coming. Thank you.
Now his father
You
speaks
want to be
again.
the best. So I poured all my knowledge into you that I could by taking you to the gym to work out, taking you to the beach to do drills in the sand, teaching you how to watch film, how to study your opponent's strengths and weaknesses. And you
My
carried these
condolences go to
teachings
this family.
all the way through high school and had an amazing run. Also during that time,
Thank
we
you.
made a lot of friends. We helped a lot of people and became well liked by many.
Hi, Marvin.
It really warmed me and your mother's heart when we would get a phone call or an email from a teacher.
God
talking
bless
about
you,
something
Marvin.
that
You
did
need
for a fellow
Jesus.
student. All the teachers love Nolan. And today it just shows us how much he meant to the community, to the country, and to the world.
He often told us that
While Nolan Wales' father was up there speaking, his hands was shaking so badly. That family is grieving so much that you can see it. It's losing to their through their body. It's just his father was shaking. Whew. Al Sharpton. You're gonna listen to some audio from Al Sharpton, and he speaks. Al Sharpton, and he says that all whites aren't racist. That's a fact. All of them are not racist, but I believe a vast majority of them are. It is just in their bloodstream to be from their ancestors. That's in my opinion. But anyway, we're gonna take a listen to Al Sharpton, okay?
he often
dividing of our children of God is something that we have to get over. One of the things that I'm glad to see is that there are people of all races at this funeral. And there are people of all ages. All whites are not a racist, and all blacks are not angry. Somewhere in the middle, we got to meet and find what is just and fair. And that is why we want to celebrate Nolan, and at the same time say we want a full and thorough investigation. We don't want nothing sugar-coated either way. But for an 18-year-old young man to no longer be with us, we want answers.
We need answers badly.
Biased,
Transparency.
either way, just answers. And I think that for the family, the closure can come if there is justice. We will see where it goes. Some have prejudged. I do not think that it is appropriate for either side of opinions to prevail without a backup and fair investigation.
This is Al
We cannot
Sharpton
say
speaking
it
at the
was
funeral.
racist, but we cannot say it was not racist. So let's not judge either way until all the evidence is in. Dividing of our children.
Al Sharpton, he says that all whites aren't racist. And he said that he can't say if it was racism or not. I'm going to say it was racism. Racism. I stand in it. I'm going to show you some Visuals from the funeral. I can't play the music. They are playing Tamala Mann's song, Take Me to the King. But I can't play it, but just watch the visual, okay? Just a moment. Hold on. Hold on. Uh-oh, hold on. I can't play the music. Hold on. Bear with me a moment, okay? Just a moment, everybody. This is from the funeral today, Monday, the 20th. Beautiful casket, beautiful flower arrangement. This is from the Nolan Wells funeral. His mother and father, Al Sharpton. These are just visuals. I can't play the audio because it's music. This is mother, father. Justice for Nolan Wells. There must be justice for Nolan Wells. There's no other way to see it. Although Mississippi is not being transparent, Ben Crump is not going to take his foot off across Mississippi's neck. Us African Americans, we are not going to take our foot off across Mississippi's neck. All the way to Governor Tate Reeves, racist. He had a black face. He ran around with a black face on in his college days. All the way to the judges, racist. All the way to the sheriffs, racist. The grand jury, it has been said, would be all white. I see racism. Just a moment. Someone speaks about the funeral and how the colonizers are purposely muddying the water to mess up Nolan Wells' case. I have heard things that I have seen and I did not put on my channel because I knew what the other side that's against Nolan Wells, to me, the suspects are muddying the water. I wouldn't put it on my channel. But I'm going to let you listen to this, okay? Hold on.
Wait, today is Nolan's funeral and we got more information. This information right here I'm about to explain to y'all is going to explain everything that's been going on with this misinformation. But on such a sad occasion, man, that funeral. Well, anyway, let's get to it. Pray for this mom, y'all. Now, y'all know how we've been getting stories left and right about the boys did this, the little daddy boat, the cousin on the run, all of that. Well, people from the town are telling us this is done purposely to muddy the waters and confuse us as to what's going on. This person that came out this
try to change the directory of what the truth is. That's what they're trying to do.
The boat altercations know exactly what's going on, so to try to divert it, they are coming up with a million different stories just to throw us off and make it to where we can't even prosecute nobody. But it ain't gonna work. But it gets worse. I'm even hearing Nolan, they even had his wallet. Night keys, phone, and wallet. What the hell was he supposed to do? Like I always said, them boys know something, because if they didn't know anything, wouldn't be a reason to even lawyer up. God bless the funeral for Nolan Wells today. But this is foul and I don't like it.
I don't like it. You don't like it. African Americans are not like it. A vast majority of Caucasians not even liking it because they know the truth as well. We know what Mississippi is about. We know what happened to Emmett Till. We're not going to let that happen again. Those white men unalived Emmett Till and got away with it. This is not going to be a replay of it. Say his name, Nolan Wells. So we're going to listen to the man who actually found Nolan Wells' body And it's quite strange that he's speaking up now after the funeral. He came out today after the funeral. But take a listen.
For Nolan Wells today.
Hold on.
But this is fine.
And
this is the
and
man that found Nolan Wells' body.
What appeared to be a body right at the shoreline, laying face down on the sand.
The implication is that this body had washed up, unfortunately, on the shore.
That's what it looked like to me, yeah.
Did you see any visible injuries or anything that you can speak to at that distance?
No, from that height, right? So it's best I can do. The description matched Nolan Wells. It matched the area. It was the area where we were looking. So
Hi,
I had
Tony.
reason to believe, even before I heard from the sheriff's office, that
thank you,
that
Marvin Williams.
The swim trunks appeared to be similar color to what was reported. The one thing I'll say about the condition of the body, and again, I want to stress very, as much as I can, that I'm at 450 feet in the air. So I did not have a good ground's eye view look. But normally when a body's been floating, you'll see some bloating and whatnot. He wasn't in the water that long. The water temperature was high. He has a low body mass index, so both of those factors together. Normally we'll look for a body to pop up on about day 4, but we knew it was possible it could pop up as soon as day 2, and this was day 2. Again, the body, I'm trying to think of the most respectful way to say it. The body did not seem at that height to be disproportionate to the way it should look. Now, I could not get a good look at his face. I could not get a good look.
He was face down
the
in the
front side of
sand.
his body, which was on the beach. I was really looking at his back of his legs, back of his arms.
Hit the like button,
that
please.
kind of thing. And so that was my vantage point, and I just want to stress to everybody that that's not an ideal vantage point. It's just what I could see, and plus I'm flying at like 90 knots, so I'm going pretty fast.
And that is the man that found Nolan Wells' body. He stated that Nolan Wells was face down because he couldn't really see him. So to speak on his body isn't fair. He said all he could see was Nolan's legs and his shorts. And he told the police what kind of shorts he had on. And that's how it was easy to identify him. But he was up in the air. He said 400, 500 feet away from Nolan Wells. So that's why I feel like I don't know if it was a good thing for him to speak up or not. And why did he wait till after the funeral to finally speak up? Neither autopsies have been released. I understand things must be in order before presenting to the grand jury. The problem is, for me, blacks, we can't trust racist Mississippi. Take a listen, okay?
And
analyst and criminal defense attorney Joey Jackson.
From a criminal defense attorney, listen.
Both autopsies, state and independent, are done. Nothing has been released. Cause of death, toxicology, none of it. From a legal standpoint, is that silent standard operating procedure?
Yes, it is. Okay, good morning to you, Bianna. I mean, a case of this magnitude, I think in any investigation, you want to ensure that that information, at least initially, especially when you're going to present it to a grand jury, which is what authorities have indicated. They're going to hold tight with this information, and then eventually they'll put it before a grand jury. I think certainly there's a lot of people in the public who want to know what happened. And as a result of that, Bianna, I think eventually we will find out essentially what happened here. But a lot of questions, and I think that the authorities have been counting on the autopsy report, the toxicology report, which would go to show what, if any, substances were in his body to determine what's what. I think it's also important that there was an independent autopsy done here, funded by Colin Kaepernick, such that the family could rely upon any findings that were ultimately
Colin Kaepernick paid for the autopsy, and Ben Crump had Nolan Wells' body sent to Washington, D.C. for their own personal autopsy, because you cannot trust Mississippi medical examiners. Hold on.
unearthed by the autopsy.
Those friends that were with him on the boat, they've all retained attorneys. As a defense attorney yourself, do you read much into that at all?
So anyone has a right to have an attorney, but I think there are significant questions to
Yes.
this case with respect to what these friends did, what they knew, and their timeline. Whenever you have a teenage...
As we all know, they rushed and got attorneys before Nolan Wells was even even had an autopsy done. In my opinion, that's a sign of guilt. That's just my opinion, okay?
Where leaves his phone apparently with his friends. Why? Says to the friends, according to them, he wants to stay on this island to talk to a girl. Why? Leaves the keys with the friends. Why?
It doesn't make
sense.
sense.
And then, of course, you have apparently this young lady calling the mother or contacting the mother, at least the reports indicate, saying, hey, it may have been a high and by, but he said he was going with his friends. Why am I saying that? These are discrepancies. You have the FBI involved, of course. The FBI is in looking at the different cell phone data, the cell phone GPS tracking to determine where people were and when they were there. And so there's a lot of outstanding questions. You've got 60 witnesses.
He mentioned the FBI. Who is over the FBI? Cash Patel. Who's over Cash Patel? The rotten orange on Pennsylvania Avenue. Trump.
Friends that were with him, friends who have been spoken to and investigated. And so, yes, I think based upon the nature of the case, based upon the nature of the timeline of when the friends say he left and when they last saw him, based upon their entire story, I think it's important for them to have counsel. They may very well, depending upon a grand jury investigation, need one.
Family burying their son today with still so many unanswered questions.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Joey.
Yes. As a reporter from CNN say, there's so many unanswered questions for the Nolan Wells family. There's no transparency that has been delivered to the Wells family. It's not right and it's not fair. But we must remember that Mississippi is racist. It's a racist state. I'm going to play you all some audio about grief. Nolan Wells' family is grieving. The black community is grieving. Some of our Caucasian sisters and brothers are grieving as well. Just a moment. Just a moment. Bear with me.
Someone you love is now gone.
I'm going to start it over,
Grief
okay?
changes. When someone you love is now gone, grief changes everything. It doesn't ask if you're ready. It doesn't follow a timeline. Some mornings you'll smile at a beautiful memory, and by afternoon, a scent or a song or an empty chair can bring tears you didn't expect. If you've lost someone that you love, I want you to hear this. You don't have to be strong every moment. Strength isn't pretending that you're okay. Sometimes strength is allowing yourself to cry.
That's right.
To remember, to talk about them, or simply to make it through one more day. Give yourself permission to heal at your own pace. Lean on the people who love you. Hold on to the memories that make you smile, even when they make you cry. The people we love, they may leave this earth, but the love that they gave us never leaves.
It lives on.
It lives in the lessons that they taught us, the lives that they've touched, and the person that you've become because they were here. Take one deep breath, one prayer, and one day at a time. Healing doesn't mean forgetting. It means learning to carry love forward while honoring the lives that will always remain in our hearts.
Healing means to carry the love forward. Nolan Wells' family will continue to carry Nolan Wells' love forward. That is their healing process. That was beautiful. Just a moment. I'm going to allow you to listen to something about the racist medical examiner. Can we trust her? In my opinion, no. She has made too many F-ups. And I think this is from Secret Service Sam. And what he says is correct. He is more than anything. He's, in my opinion, he always keep it real.
Thank you so much, Joe.
Secret Service Sam here for Nolan Xavier Wells, and Stacy Turner is the medical examiner in Mississippi, and here's the reason we can't trust her. because allegedly she is famous.
I'm going to start this over. Listen carefully to Secret Service Sam.
Secret Service Sam here for Nolan Xavier Wells, and Stacy Turner is the medical examiner in Mississippi, and here's the reason we can't trust her, because allegedly she is famous for ruling things accidental, like Terrence Reed, the kid who was found unalived in a park hanging, you know what I mean? He unalived himself, of course, which the family does not believe this. There's also another kid,
It's a lie.
a young man who she mishandled this autopsy as well, who was pushed into water by some racist friends. He drowned. She ruled it, shocker, accidental. She is famous for doing this. So that is why they had to get an independent autopsy, allegedly. Because you have to see, that is why
I'm not going to say
this is all
allegedly.
about race,
That's
because
why.
from the medical examiner, from the sheriffs, from the lawyers, from the DAs, from the Governor Tate Reeves. Did you see that he did blackface in college? Like, they're all part of
They're
this.
all racist.
And that's why we need justice for all these people. Thank you for this attention to this situation. Secret Service.
That was from Secret Service Sam. We cannot trust the medical examiner, Mrs. Turner. We can't trust her. She's known for effing up the autopsies to benefit the colonizers. Nolan's mom received a racist photo at her home. Take a listen.
Thank you, Sam here. And some disgusting coward just sent a photograph to Christine Walmsley, Nolan's mom, with Al Sharpton and Ben Crump on either side with money signs coming out of their eyes. And it's just unfathomable that somebody would send this, and how disgusting. And it just goes to show, everybody's saying this isn't about race or Mississippi. These people are like, oh, we're not racist.
It's about
anymore.
race. Yes,
That
it
stuff
is.
happened in the past. Can't we just leave it in the past? No. Mississippi, you are just as bad as you ever
Thank
were.
you.
It's just, maybe it's a little more hidden. Maybe it's not. But the more you try to run from your history, the more it catches up with you.
And the
I
more
just
it's
wanna say,
revealed.
like she said in her post, I hope the good Lord catches this person and karma snaps you like a matchstick, like nothing, like a little twig. Because to send that to a grieving mother is disgusting. And you should be disgusted with yourself. And she even said, you didn't even have the balls to leave a return address. And that's what all these
coward.
people, everybody who will come
KKK.
after me or come after people in the comments, and they're all working under burner accounts. I think social media should make it illegal, because we're right here. You see my face. You see where I am. Yet you cowards, you racist cowards hitting me up in the DMs and in the comments, you guys are the ones hiding behind the hoods of social media. So I'm going to send light, love, and health out to the Wells family, out to
Light, love, and great health to the Nolan Wells family. Cowards. Why you didn't leave your return address? Because you're a coward. Leave the Nolan Wells family alone. They deserve peace, tranquility, and to grieve the loss of their loved one, their son. So this is what we take from today's lesson about trauma, grief, and loss in the Nolan Wells case. Today was his funeral. From 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. it was a visitation. From 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. was his funeral. We got to listen to his mother and father speak at the funeral. We got to hear Al Sharpton. He spoke and said that all white people aren't racist. That is a fact. The family is grieving. Allow them to grieve. Do not send them hate mail. Do not send them hate messages or comments on social media. There's no need for it. Even though you have a dark heart, keep the dark heart to yourself, okay? So I'm going to let you all listen to audio about trauma. It is something beautiful. When God bless you with love, value, and appreciate it. Just a moment.
I hope you meet the reason why God didn't let you settle.
I'm going to start it over for you, okay?
I hope you meet the reason why God didn't let you settle. You find out that he was actually preparing someone who was going to love you so much that it would make you forget what love never was. That he was actually preparing you to receive a love that wasn't going to be hurt by your trauma. That someone was going to love you so much and so deeply.
Beautiful.
You actually thought maybe 1 Corinthians 13 was real. That it was God being reflected from this person, loving you patiently, kindly. And most importantly, never ending.
Never ending love.
So yeah, I hope you run into that love. And I hope when you run into it, you love it like you've never been hurt before. Like you've never experienced trauma or pain before. Not because you're silly or stupid, but because you're ready. Patient.
You are ready for love. That comes from Piece of D's. One moment, please. I always like to leave you all in a safe space. So next we're going to listen to something positive message from Spirit Led. It's more like a prayer in my opinion. Anytime you lay heavy stuff on people, like we're talking about the Nolan Wells case, is rather heavy. So I have to leave you in a safe space. So take a listen to this, okay?
Healed in the comments.
Hold on, let me start it over.
God is healing someone's heart watching this right now. And that someone is you. Say this out loud. God is healing every broken place in my heart. I'm not defined by what hurt me. I'm defined by what God is doing in me right now. The pain I've carried, God is lifting it off my shoulders. Every disappointment is becoming a divine appointment. What was meant to break me, God is using to build me. I am not my trauma. I am not my past. I am healed. I am whole. I am loved. My heart is being restored right now. I feel peace replacing pain. I feel joy replacing sorrow. God is doing a new thing in my heart, and I receive it fully. The walls I built to protect myself, God is gently taking them down. I don't have to guard my heart alone anymore. God is my protector. God is my healer. God is my peace. Every cracked place in my heart is being filled with light. I forgive what I couldn't forgive before, and I'm free. The weight I've been carrying was never mine to hold. I release it. I let it go. I step into healing. My heart is not broken. My heart is under construction. And the one doing the work is the one who made me. I am not who I was yesterday. I am not who the world said I'd become. I am who God says I am.
I am that I am.
Now. Stay in peace. Stay in faith. Stay covered.
Stay covered. Stay in peace. Stay in faith. Stay covered. Keep the Nolan Wells family in your prayers, please. His mother is grieving. His father is grieving. You had the opportunity to listen to audio of the mother and father. They're hurting. They're grieving. They have been traumatized by the loss of their son. African Americans are traumatized by the loss of Nolan Wells as well. We're all grieving. The loss is Nolan Wells. He's no longer here to be with us. He's no longer here to adapt, thrive, and flourish. He had a flourishing, promising career to be in the NFL. It has been stolen from him. Let's keep the Nolan Wells family in our prayers. I love you guys, and I see you all Wednesday. Good night.